What up, everybody? It's your girl, your favorite host, and welcome to 30 Days of Cool. First video of many kicking off 30 Days of Cool, and I'm giving you guys all the cool kid facts from all the many different eras of Phase 1. As we say goodbye to Phase 1, I really want to give you guys all of the things that you may or may not know as Ab and Tangible Theory and Lyric Poetry, which is now Earsex Live. Before we jump into things, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that red button down below, man. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you're following us on Instagram at Coolkidproduction_. I'm going to put it right here so you cannot miss it. Because although we're doing 30 Days of Cool on October 31st, we're going to be dropping Phase 2. And you don't want to miss all of the little, breadcrumbs that we're going to be dropping within the next 30 days. Make sure you guys are tuned in, turn your post notifications on, and let's get into it. 5 years ago in 2019, the dream became a vision. But 5 years before that is when I had the dream in 2014 when I first stepped foot on Savannah State University's campus. Throughout that 10-year, I was in radio, and all of the elements of Cool Kid Production came from that foundation. Learning how to book guests, create shows and produce them, writing scripts, even being a program director and having to produce shows for other individuals who were on their talents, and also setting up events. All of that, Savannah State University helped to build that foundation. However, once your girl graduated and it was all eyes on me, I didn't have no clue what to do. I wasn't picking up any radio jobs, and things were looking real slim, okay? Especially when we're talking about that money. When you're the first to graduate within 4 years in a while, not the first ever, but just a while, it starts to get a little bit, crazy. The pressure gets heavier, but iron sharpens iron. So what did I do? May 23rd, 2019, I dropped my first post on Instagram. I created a second Instagram page, titled it Coolkidproduction_, and made it my business to do something within my field that could make me happy, because that's all I wanted to do. For me, it was never about having the dream job or the dream, position at a specific place. It was always about working for me, bringing people together, putting on other artists, and showcasing talent, because that's something that I always wanted to do. I've incorporated it into every single platform I've ever had. And now it has turned into something that, I can be proud of. This is my baby, and they are doing one of our favorite artists to be featured on our platform here at Cool Kid Production was the talent scout and coordinator, Mr. 2 Benji himself. And I want to shout him out because this was back before you guys knew him as, who he is today. This is still college Benji, still finding his way in his journey. And it's the summertime of 2019. I needed some help, and I knew I wanted to provide some sort of internship or something of the sort. I hit him up to see, if he would be okay with, joining the team, and he was all for it. He was down. There's no money in this, by the way. There's no money. Of the day, the experience was dope. And when I say neither one of us had it, we was both broke, hopping on the train and the bus, trying to meet up to create promo videos, brainstorm how we were going to, make collaborations happen. And, he himself, being an artist within his own right, had that gap to help bridge between Savannah and Atlanta. Some of the artists that were featured on our platform first came from him making those connections. I had interviewed some of them on my show back in the day when I was on radio, but he was really the reason why they knew who I was, because he was the middle. That time came to an end, right? He had to go back to school. Things got a little bit more difficult. So I took over all of that stuff, and it pushed me to have to really dig deep and make those connections and step out of my shell. Not that I was shy, but it's a new business venture. I don't know what I'm doing. And yes, I love to talk and talk to others, but everybody's not approachable. So social media was a great way for me to build that roster and be able to reach out to people without actually having to meet them in person. However, later on in life, that came back to bite me in the ass, because you can never forget that human interactions, word of mouth, going out and actually, watching performances live and interacting with people is always going to be important. It is the fundamentals of the foundation when it comes to music or any industry that you decide you want to be in. And I am thankful for the ones who have helped push the brand, who see the vision, who see what it is that I wanted to do with Cool Kid Production, and how I wanted it to become one of the greatest to ever do it when it comes to the music industry. I chose to specialize in working with independent and up-and-coming artists because I felt they deserve to have a platform. Mainstream artists already have a platform, so they have many actually, and I felt that independent artists, although were on the rise at the time, now there are many platforms for them. They still have to strive and push for the things that they want. When you're independent, you are the machine, you are the street team, you are the boss, you putting the money up, you're funding it all. I wanted to provide a space where they could really showcase who they are as artists and grow their audience. So shout out to all of the artists that have been a part of our roster. Shout out to everyone that's purchased merch. We're going to get into it all. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of the origin story, man. We're going to talk about Office App. We're going to talk about lyric poetry, tangible theory, all this week. I'm going to be dropping story times, throwback posts. If you've never sat back and went through your archive on Instagram, you definitely should, because when I looked at how crazy my promotions used to look, mind you, this is Android days. You feel me, okay? We're not in those days anymore, but everything takes time. You know, looking back at all of the different ways I wanted to platform the brand, all of the different ways I wanted to, you know, provide that space, I realized that I was working in creative direction, production, and hosting all this time. I just didn't know it at the time. But over the years, I've been able to start really molding and shaping the brand into what I wanted it to be. And I'm very proud of where we are today, man. It's bittersweet to have to say goodbye. A lot of times you have to know when it's time for change, when it's time for something new. And so, although Cool Kid Production isn't going anywhere, this version is. Once again, it's your girl, your favorite host, and I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.